don't think we were live all this time. We were just talking to folks backstage, guys. Oh, you missed our wonderful intro. Welcome, everyone, to Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life. How are you today?
Good morning, everybody. Once again, I'm Corey.
LaQuita Marie.
I'm the blind guy.
I'm the wife.
And we do life together, and we're going to share that with you live today on our live sexes program, where we talk about different things about what it means to be a blind guy, what it means for her to be my wife, and how we do life together. It's your chance to ask us questions in the comments. If you have any questions, leave us a comment. And LaQuita, you're going to read the comments, right?
Absolutely, because I am checking comments and I'm replying here. Actually, Corey, we already have a good morning from Kai Henry.
Good morning, Kai Henry, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us this morning. Today, this show is going to be a half hour of fun-filled stories and fascinating people. We're going to start with our word on the street, which actually we're going to talk about trending things out there in the world around us that we encounter thanks to our children. We'll also meet a beautiful and exciting, talented choreographer and actress, and we're going to interview her today, and she can share her story with you as well. Then we'll have our blind guy and his wife Q&A, where we answer the questions that you ask about what it means for me to be a blind guy, for her to be my wife, and how we do life. So you ready to get started, LaQuita Marie?
I think I'm ready. Did you let them know what today's show is all about as far as all the fun segments they can experience, or would you prefer that I give them those fun segments?
Well, you can recap that, what I just said.
Okay. Well, I know today we do have at the top, we have the topic of the day, which is our special guest. We do also have our, did you mention Veterans Day, that we have to say Happy Veterans Day?
Oh, we do have to mention Veterans Day. Thank you to all of our veterans out there that have served to protect this country. And I have a lot of veterans in my family that served in World War II, that served in Vietnam, Korea, in the several conflicts over in Iraq. So thank you very much for your dedication and your sacrifice of time and talent and energy to keep this country safe as possible.
So we thank you, especially my parents. They are veterans, both of them, my mom and my dad. So happy Veterans Day to you. We appreciate your service. Thank you for your service, and everyone else as well. Now, we have a good morning from Shine Bright. Corey, people are happy to be here. They're chatting with you.
Good morning, Shine Bright.
And so
that's an appropriate name for a morning time live. Shine Bright, the sun. It didn't sound like it was shining bright earlier.
Actually, Corey, the weather today is going to be really warm here where we are. The sun is bright, it's shiny, it's already in the 70s. It's going to creep up to 83 from what I saw earlier on the forecast.
And see, that's a misconception for me being somebody that's blind, because I was going by what it sounded like. I hear wind blowing, I hear leaves rustling. It's November. That means it's going to be cold outside. So I would have went outside with a bomber jacket and a fuzzy Kangols, and then wondering why I was about to pass out sweating. So thanks for the weather update.
Yeah, because I mean, it's funny the way you experience it and the way I experience it, like every one of us. That's another reason why I always try to tell you, Corey, you think I'm just talking and just wife chat and whatnot, but I'm always kind of letting you know little tidbits of what's going on. So yeah, today the weather is great. One thing that I did want to mention, Corey, is the food segment. Did you tell them that part that we have?
LaQuita is a very fabulous chef.
Oh, I didn't mean that part, but you can say that.
Yeah, I can brag on my wife for a little bit. She's a fabulous chef. She makes all sorts of different culinary concoctions in the kitchen, and one of her famous breakfast or anytime beverages is a smoothie. There's an interesting ingredient in it that you wouldn't think would help sweeten up the smoothie. So you want to share that?
Well, of course, we have to save that for the end of the show because...
Okay, she's going to make you wait.
All absolutely. Right. I mean, it's your sweet treat at the end. Sometimes it's a sweet treat. Sometimes it's a savory treat. But did you mention a Kangol, Corey? Because Sean Bright said not a Kangol.
Yeah, I did. I said because of the way it sounded. I thought it was cold because it's November because it's windy and the leaves were rustling. And I said I would go outside. I would have been going out with my bomber jacket and fuzzy Kango on, thinking it's cold, and then been passing out from a heat stroke. So.
You do have a couple of Kangols too. So just so people know that, yes, Corey has a couple of Kangols.
Stepped out my house, stopped short. Oh no, quit back in. I forgot my Kango. That's how old I am.
All right. So let's get right on to
word on the street.
Word on the street.
Today's word of the day is a Swahili word. It comes from the Swahili languages of East Africa. It's watoto. Watoto means children or kids. And so we have 3 watoto. I need to learn how to say 3 in Swahili. We have 3 watoto, and there's some very sweet girls. And words are important to me because, of course, not just for information purposes, but being blind, words have a certain melody, they have a certain ring to them, and I always get fascinated by word etymology, especially when it's or the history or origins of words, especially if it's a word I had never heard before. Now, we have 3 watoto in Swahili. That means children.
So, guys, in other words, we are about to give you some kid language, some teenage stuff. And if you know any of this slang, we're trying to make sure we can keep up with our kids. We're trying to get help from you guys out there. So Corey is speaking in Swahili when he says watoto, but what's the slang word of the day? It's a new word to us, but not really new because we're the parents. They think we don't know, but we know.
The word today is 2 of them, smack and capping. I had never heard those words before, but
have you guys heard smack? I mean, other than, smack, what did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Smack. That's old Dave Chappelle. But I'm Rick. No, I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, and please don't forget to hit the like button as part of when you come into this live. But yeah, smack. She said, I was eating this popcorn and it was smack. I was like, what does that mean?
I don't even think they use it right because, the grammatical way they use it, it just doesn't even feel right. I think they need a new word instead of smack.
Well, she was like, that popcorn was smack.
Well, I think they're supposed to say that smacks. Like, this popcorn smacks. In other words, it's good, it's the bomb, it's awesome, it's, what's another slang word we used to use other than the bomb?
Back in the day, we used to say bad. Bad was our word for good, and that caused a lot of confusion. And amongst the generations, we said, "Oh, Grandma, that's a bad hat you got on." What you mean that's a bad hat I got on?
Yeah, because people, if they don't understand what you're saying, say like Shine Bright. She said watoto means children in Swahili. So if you tell somebody, get the watoto, what did you say? Like your grandma,
right?
With what you mean it's a bad hat I got on, and she done spent money on that hat. She's gotten it right, set it on her head a certain way. So yeah. Go ahead, Corey, finish the word on the street because we do have our guest coming up, our special guest, our choreographer. We're going to be interviewing her soon. So you will be hearing from her and how she is critical to our productions. Corey and I, we have a production company that we started years ago, 22 years ago now. And so we celebrate Kwanzaa every year with a show on stage. And this choreographer that's coming up, she actually has been an integral part of that for years. Now, we also have some commentary from one of our chat friends, Habare Zanchana, everyone. And so that is, how are you doing, I guess, in Swahili? That's from Blind Guy and His Wife, Their Life. So that's one of our kids. Actually, that's one of our watoto. Mm-hmm. And all of our watoto smack, they are the bomb. Just so that now that you know that word, I don't know if I'm supposed to use it for people. I don't know if that works.
I don't know either. But yeah, it's just funny. Words are just so funny. And speaking of words, this is going to take me right into my 5-minute story.
Hey, so we are ready for our 5-minute story time. So if you guys are ready for the 5-minute story time, give us a thumbs up in the chat. And of course, give us a hand clap once he's done, especially if you like it. Even if you didn't, just put those clapping hands up. Go for it.
Now, again, words are funny to me, especially when you think about different phrases like train of thought. This one came in. We have our youngest daughter, Coco. She's quick with the clapbacks. And so this phrase got me in trouble.
Just so that you know, Sydney is watching. He says, good morning, everyone. Sydney is a 4-year-old that was in last year's Kwanzaa show.
He's probably watching with mom and dad. Hello, Antoine. How you guys doing out there?
Yes, hello. Go ahead.
Now, we always have these nighttime chats as I try to settle them down for bed, because otherwise it would turn into a jungle gym in Christiana and Camille's room.
Whew.
Now, they were talking about different family relations. Now, I'm an only child. So I don't have brothers and sisters. So their only concept of aunties and uncles come from LaQuita's side of the family. So everybody that's an uncle is LaQuita's brother. Everybody that's an aunt is LaQuita's sister.
Yeah, I have sisters and brothers.
So we were actually having a conversation about my uncles, which are their great uncles and aunts. And I mentioned two of them, my Uncle Edward and my aunt, I call her Aunt Sissy. My aunt, something about them being married, and she was like, wait, what? They're married? Now, keep in mind, this comment, she said that like 15 minutes into the conversation after we'd already talked about these people. I said, Camille, we're done with that. That train of thought has gone down the track, and you're still standing at the station hollering, wait, what? She said, no, Daddy. She said, I'm not still at the train station. She said, I'm at home and I'm still packing. So I couldn't do anything but laugh, because like she's real quick with the clapbacks, and I was like, yeah.
And she knew she didn't understand the concept. She's like, look, I don't understand that concept. I know I'm not even at the train station. I'm still way back here trying to get the concept together, trying to figure out what you're talking about anyways. So that is our story of the day, just our 5-minute story time. And we hope you enjoyed it. We did get a thumbs up from Shine Bright.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you, Shine Bright.
Yes, Sid the Cool Kid is giving us some hand claps.
Thank you, Sid the Cool Kid.
Thank you, Sydney. We appreciate it. And Corey, I think we are ready for our special guest today. It's time for an interview. Are you ready to introduce her?
Yeah, speaking of cool kids, well, she's not a kid anymore, but she's a cool person. She's smack, she snaps, she's all that, and a bag of chips. She's the bomb.com. She's really cool, groovy. She is a choreographer, an actress, a very talented lady, and she's been a great friend of ours for many, many years. We want to bring her on to talk a little bit about her experiences with Atumpan Dance Theater. That's our world music, folklore, and dance performing arts education company. And we want to bring her on to talk about her experiences with us. So everybody, we want to, as they say, introduce to some and present to others none other than the awesome, the fabulous, the wonderful Fannese B. Everybody, let's give Fannese B some hand claps. Come on in. How you doing today, Fannese?
Good morning. Good morning.
How'd you like your early morning serenade?
Oh, thank you so much. You made me feel extra special.
All right. In other words, Fannese, I'm reading through between the lines. She's like, what was that? That's what you actually think.
So just so that you know, Corey, we got lots of thumbs up from Blind Guy, his wife. That's one of our Watoto, one of our children. They smack. They're awesome. We got a good morning from Karen, and I'm sure Audrey and Pierce are watching as well. Shine Bright is excited, and of course, Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Our own children are definitely giving Miss Fannese a hand clap, because as you introduced her, they're like, hey, that's our dance teacher right there, or one of them anyways. You know, I'm the original dance teacher. They don't respect me as mom, so thank goodness for Fannese. So Corey, go ahead and get Fannese's take on how she's related to Atumpan, how she's related to Blind Guy, his wife, their life, how she's related to Harambe for the holidays, our annual show that she's been a part of for years.
Fannese, we've been knowing you for quite some time, and I have to do it by the age of our oldest daughter. I think she was about 1 when we first met.
No, she was an infant. She was like
an infant?
4 months.
4 months, okay. So
2007.
It's been like a solid 13 years, right? Yeah, 13 years. And so it wasn't too long after that I found out that you have a background in performing arts. You want to share a little bit about your background in performing arts?
Yeah, sure. So I've been practically performing all of my life at the wee age of 3, but decided that I wanted to make this a part of my life, part of my career. So I went to Virginia Commonwealth and received my BFA in dance and choreography way back blue moons ago. But yeah, it's been just a part of my life. It's always been a part of my life, starting out, like I said, as young as 3.
So what was it like when you were going to Virginia Commonwealth carrying those stone tablets up the hill to the Parthenon?
I don't think it was that.
It wasn't actually that long ago, but it was some time ago.
No.
Yeah,
We won't say how long ago. We'll just say some time ago. That's all we need to know.
Yeah.
Fuzzy Kangols time ago. How about that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe when the Kangols were popular, I won't say. But yeah, being a choreographer, a dance student at Virginia Commonwealth, and was absolutely wonderful. It was a wonderful time. We met so many different kinds of performers and artists, guest artists that came through, made lifelong friends from my time at Virginia Commonwealth. So it's been a very important part of my development and my growth as a performer. So.
So just so that you know, one of our Watoto clarified that it's been 14 years almost. So they've been keeping track. And also, please don't call me smack. Our Watoto says it's not a word for kids. So, okay, we're clear on that.
So smack is not a word that you use for people. I guess you only use it for food, clothing. And if that's the case, please let us know in the comments, because like I said, that word, like you said, grammatically doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense anyways, but welcome, Fannese. Shine Bright did welcome you.
Now,
hi, Shine Bright.
Fannese, you met some pretty heavy hitters. Like I know you had spent some time, did some things with Chuck Davis, if I'm not sure. He was one of the most prolific West African percussionists and dance teachers, and that's been around. Yeah. He's going on to transition to another realm at this time, so rest his soul. Yeah, and you also met some famous ballet instructors as well.
He's saying something. Say that again.
Yeah, I was saying that was during one of the wonderful times that I was a full tuition scholar at the American Dance Festival down in Durham. So I had the opportunity to take one of his classes and just be a part of that experience. That was absolutely wonderful. In the heat of the South of North Carolina and outside dancing with all the other students and Chuck Davis as our master teacher. That was a wonderful experience.
Wow. If we only had cell phones back then, to capture all those memories and
exactly.
Because back then we had cameras, but we weren't
VHS.
No.
On the shoulder, yes. On the shoulder VHSs.
Well, either way, what I'm saying is we were not a camera culture back then either. We just weren't videotaping and taking pictures of everything. So go on with your experiences. Oh, I'm sorry, Corey. I think you had another question for her as well.
Now, I want to go back. I'll be remiss if I didn't say this. We should say Baba Chuck Davis, because he was a very esteemed elder. So Baba Chuck Davis. Baba means father or elder gentleman in a lot of different cultures across the continent of Africa. But you also had a chance to meet a famous ballet instructor at your time at BCU. You want to talk about her? She's one of the most famous African American ballet instructors.
Ballet instructor?
Dance instructor, I should say.
Well,
Catherine.
Do you remember the name?
I cannot remember the name, and I'm drawing a complete blank. So if I'm throwing you off, we can throw that question right in the trash.
We can go. Go ahead.
So I had the opportunity once I left Virginia Commonwealth to work with Dr. Primus. So that was the time when I lived in Northern Virginia area and had that opportunity. They were seeking, she was celebrating 72 years of dance, and I auditioned with some other local artists there, and then there were students from Howard University who were asked to perform in this, and that was an amazing experience working with Dr. Primus and learning a whole different skill set that I hadn't trained under while I was at Virginia Commonwealth. So an African dance class here there at Virginia Commonwealth, but that was a phenomenal experience. And actually to see her walk across the studio and sit in her chair and then teach us from her chair was just that was
Wow.
amazing. Yeah, that was
And
absolutely.
you know, just so that to give a point of reference, when we do our opening, Funwa, Alafia, O'Shea, O'Shea, Mother Pearl Primus is one of the women that brought the dance movements to the States. You know, she's the one that gave us the dance movements here in the States and helped us all to have that. Like everybody knows it as Funga, Alafia. We have Nigerian friends that speak the language where the song comes from. They told us that in the Yoruba tongue, the words are funwa. Funwa means give us peace. And so either way, you know, we even when we were almost sure of what we were doing, we had the essence of it, you know,
Mhm.
and we still brought it forward because the dance movements that she brought were authentic, you know, and the rhythm brought forth by Babatunde Olatunji were definitely authentic. And Shine Bright is saying here, she's commenting that, wow, you studied under Baba Chuck and Dr. Prentice.
I
So
did.
yeah, Primus, Pearl, Primus is the last name. But yes,
And the cool thing,
both.
the cool thing about the cool thing about that Funwa Alafia song
Mhm.
is that Babatunde Olatunji, he actually composed the rhythm and the song working with Mother Premise. So that's a great part of history that you were actually part of working with such a prolific dance instructor. But speaking of Funwa Alafia being our opening to our performances, and speaking of the Baba Chuck Davis and his influence on you with African dance, what what was your experience? You know, we have our Harambe for the holidays, Kwanzaa production every year. What was your experience with Kwanzaa prior to working with Atumpan Dance Theater?
And then while you explain your experience with Kwanzaa, I'm going to share the screen a little bit here. Miss Zenobia is saying, hey, family. Hey there, Zenobia. We love you. Thanks for being here. And so I'm going to share a little bit of the screen. Hopefully it's successful with me sharing it for our annual show because this year it's live streamed, so it's a little different. And so Blind Guy, his wife, has some fun emojis there. So everybody's excited here. Give us your experience. I'm just going to show a little bit of what we're doing this year since we have to kind of green screen our experience. So go ahead and chat about that.
Sure. So, as a child, my first experience with Kwanzaa was, of course, with my mom trying to introduce the holiday to us as a family. But this has been actually working with Atumpan has been my first experience actually performing for a Kwanzaa celebration. So, over the past years, we've had several different stories for Harambe for the holidays, but it has meant a lot for me because I remember the song, and so that I can remember the 7 days, the 7 principles, and so it's just yeah. I always put it in my head, and so it'll help me remember what day comes next, Corey. But yeah, so it's been a good experience for me in that I can share these experiences with my own family. And so with Kwanzaa, learning new choreography, West African dance, and choreographies, not only just African dance, but also having the opportunity to blend modern dance, a little bit of tap dance as well. So it's
So
been
there, right, and there you are front and center. This was one of the green screen tests for this year where you helped to put that screen up in the back. So we're just going to move to show what it turned into from there, what our videographer has been able to do with it. And so go ahead, keep talking. We're just showing, the sample footage.
And Felice, I'm going to jump in real quick
sure.
because you said it's a family affair for you. Not only just them attending, but there's been a couple of times where your husband has helped to build set pieces. He's helped to transport set pieces. It was remotely involved in this one because he helped us he made the suggestion for the material for us to use for our green screen background. So it's been a full on family affair for you guys.
Correct. It has been from from every year, having my niece or my granddaughter in the audience and coming up on stage and dancing with us in our opening. So yeah, it has been a family affair. Performers of all ages. It's an experience that everyone can actually enjoy, from the youngest to the oldest, and actually participate in. That removing that what do they call it, the fourth wall, right, and allowing the audience members to come up and be involved in what we're actually doing, is the best part of performing, to me.
No, Harambe for the holidays is, sorry
What
about
were you
that.
saying?
I said Harambe for the holidays is a stage play performance. So it has dialogue, and you normally have like a full set that's constructed, and you guys are actually learning lines and performing in characters, whether it be animal characters or human characters, to act out different folklore that we've turned from just a straight story into a play script. Now, what is one of your most memorable moments as an actress and performer in Harambe for the holidays? Stage play.
Oh,
Yeah, because Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life says it's a very fun-loving and exciting show. So, that's what our kids are saying. They like it.
yeah.
They're very good with Toto.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
So I think I don't know. It's hard to decide. I've done so many over the years, but I enjoy Turtle Tales, the costuming, the music, the performers, the actors, all the different genre of performance came into play with that one. The Harambe for the holidays that I remember, where I had my first speaking part, that's actually memorable too, because the one line I had, I almost forgot. Well, actually, I did forget it. I forgot the line, and it threw the rest of the cast members off. And I think your oldest Watoto, she loves to bring that up with me all the time, and it's the best laugh we get. And I can't even remember what my line was supposed to be.
It was, "What do we do now, bro, lion?"
That's not it.
No, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I?
No, that wasn't her
yes,
line.
I was supposed to say that because your oldest Watoto said it. Yes, that was what I was supposed to say. Because
great response from Shalana.
Right, it threw Bra Lion off. So yes, that was a memorable experience as well. Yeah.
Well, like I said, Fannese, it's been a great run with you, and we're looking forward to extending that run with you as a choreographer, an actress. No lines this year, but an actress.
Yeah, because this year it's a little bit different, so that it's live streamed, and so hopefully everyone was able to see. Were you able to see okay, Fannese, when we were sharing the screen?
I did, yeah. And that adds a whole different dimension, having the live stream. During this time, we've all had to, as performers, reinvent ourselves and stay relevant and all of that. So what's made this exciting is that we're not bringing in a set. We're not striking a set. Not in the same way anyway. So
yeah, it is so wonderful.
We're not going to the storage to get flats and all of that. We're not creating up lights and things. So, it's a different experience, but it's, it's limitless in what we can do, with the whole idea of live streaming. So
definitely.
It's exciting.
I do want to mention as well that, for anybody that wants to partner with us, they can Cash App Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life. We're a 501c3 nonprofit that's where the funds go to, and it goes right into the production, because these things are not free. Like, there is no free lunch. Unfortunately, there are always production expenses. The videographer, all of the wonderful things that you guys saw on screen, they don't just happen. So I'll just share that again to kind of go through a little bit of what you're seeing here. So the everything that we have on, from the little people at the bottom, you see them down there, they have on a different set of costumes from the people on the stage, as well as a different set of costumes for the people behind the stage. You also see set props and things on the stage that have been purchased They don't just fall out of the sky. The space that we're in, it costs money to rent. And so that is where those funds go to when we are raising funds. It doesn't just, buy us a latte, because I'm a cook. And so I'm actually a chef. And this is where we are going to wrap up today with our sweet treat of the day. So,
and if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments or try to get to them. And Fannese, we'll get you to hang out with us for a while.
Hang out backstage. Well, yeah, you can just hang out backstage with us. We just want you guys to know that Zenobia says she is so honored to be here. Zenobia is a sweetheart and she is wonderful. So we love having Zenobia here, and everybody's saying hello to Zenobia Shine Bright that has already given her a nickname. Hey, Zenobia. And so
a typo.
Could have been a typo, but we're gonna pretend like it wasn't. Our kids are saying adorable, like the little kids are adorable. The show itself is so much fun. Sid the Science Kid is giving everyone.
That's Sid the Science Kid.
I'm sorry,
Sid the Cool Kid.
Sid the Cool Kid. Little Sid. Let me just say his name. Sid the Cool Kid. Antoine is saying yes. A big hand clap. And Zenobia is definitely saying hello back to Shine Bright.
Zenobia, I got a different nickname with that Nova. We call it Supernova. Instead of Zenobia, we call you Supernova.
All right, Supernova. I like it.
You're a star. You're about to blow up.
Yeah.
All right, Fannese, we have completely enjoyed you, and we are going to talk about our plant-based treats.
You hang out backstage for a while Chef LaQuita Marie comes forward and tells you about a sweet treat with an interesting twist that she makes for the family.
Yeah, so everyone, Corey and I are plant-based. We are not vegan because we are plant-based. That means we put an emphasis on plants in our life. So I made a smoothie today, and with that smoothie, I'm just going to show you what I use to make the smoothie. A lot of times you have a drink bottle and you need to recycle it. This is a drink bottle that we recycled. This is the finished product. Corey, I'm going to hand this to you so you can try it. Put your drink down so you can have this. So Corey's going to try that while I show you in 2 minutes or less, pretty much less, because we're wrapping this show up. This is our last segment. We appreciate you guys being here today. I've used frozen fruit. I almost always use organic fruit. What'd you say, Corey? Was that in delicious?
They're definitely very sweet, very tasty, and I enjoy the seeds from the fruits and the flax seeds that you added. So very fibrous, good for nice filling smoothie. Also good for regulating blood pressure and diabetes with that extra fiber. So.
Right. So I just use a blend of things. So Zenobia says she likes that. And our children are saying whole food, plant-based. Absolutely. So I'm just going to show you right here. I've got flax seeds. Flax seeds are definitely, I don't think you can see it the way the light is. Flax seeds are definitely an easy way to get your blood pressure down, to get your smooth move, especially if you're pregnant, especially if you're not pregnant. Absolutely, if you're a meat eater, you want to be able to move those things through your system. I did add a banana. I did add yogurt. Now we use a plant-based yogurt. Silk has a delicious almond milk-based plant yogurt. And you can see right there in the corner, it says yogurt alternative. And so we have some berries. This is just frozen berries. I use organic. And so this is just a berry blend. And I get mine fruit from Kroger or Harris Teeter. And then we have a secret. Some of you guys know that we've been getting our food from the farm. We know a farmer, he's a Black farmer, Mighty Thundercloud Farm. He makes this ginger switchel, which is simply a ginger tea.
That explains the spice that I like.
Oh, you can taste the spice in there.
It's good. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, so guys, this is it. You just put these things into a container, put it into a blender, and Fannese is getting a hello from LaShonda Brooks. That's my sister, y'all. Hey, LaShonda.
Sean. How you doing, Sean?
Auntie Sean is in the house. And of course, Shine Bright says, food, my favorite part. So guys, we definitely use this as something that we can take with us. If you want to get your fruits in, get your vegetables in, get your flax seeds in, get your yogurt in, Put it all together. What you laughing for? Why you laughing? Make you laugh.
Because I had never heard that before. That was a slick way to say it. Get your smooth move on.
Boom.
I thought you were talking about dancing. Then when you clear, I said, oh.
For the older people, they know what we mean.
Right.
The young people think it's gonna make them dance. Yep, guys. For the young people, Flax seeds will help you dance. It help you have a smooth move when you're on the dance floor. For the older people, we know what that really means.
And a smooth move is smack, and I'm not capping.
Capping means lying. So if you miss the word on the street, capping means lying or capping. And then what did we say? Smack means awesome or great, but you can't say that your kid smack. It doesn't apply to people. Well, guys, we have had a wonderful time with you today. Our kids are saying hi to Aunt Sean, just so you know. We have had a wonderful time with you today. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you guys partnering with us if you chose to do so. But make sure you share this live stream with someone else. Make sure you share this live stream with others that can find this information useful.
And if they missed it, they can catch it on the replay, right?
Oh yeah, if you have the link, they can always watch it later. That way they can figure out how to make the smoothie, how to interact with the blind guy, and how they can see our show, our upcoming show, because we will continue to bring you footage. We'll continue to bring you updates as that show progresses. Corey and I have produced this show. Corey writes the show. He's the author, just so that you know how this thing works. We finance it ourselves, as in we go out and do other shows, production. We go out and perform. And so that way the revenue from the performances, the grants and the donations, that's what helps us to buy the set pieces, to pay for the videographer, to pay for production work and equipment and the venue, because there is no free lunch. So Corey, you going to wrap it up today?
Yes, we want to thank you guys for joining us on this live episode of Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So we like to say, bum rush the button.
Yeah, the channel is Blind Guy, his wife, their life. That's the name of the channel. So you know where to find it. You're here now. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get all the notifications and can see more of this good stuff.
Thanks for joining us, everybody, and have a fabulous Wednesday. Happy Veterans Day, veterans.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.